Good morning. I got a lot of comments, especially on Facebook, about my bra or no bra show from Tuesday about the young girl in Bradenton, Florida, who her nipples were showing and a boy made fun of her and the nurse gave her band-aids because we don't show our nipples. One thing I have to make before I get into the topic of today's show is that there was sort of something mentioned about Europe. And in Europe, actually, showing one's nipples or walking around without a bra is not a big deal. But for some reason in America, it is. Just like in Europe, they have a lot of topless beaches where women just walk around with their breasts exposed in front of children because it's not a big deal. For some reason, America, they always say in Europe, you Americans, you are obsessed with sex. You are obsessed with nudity. Nudity is natural. It's a perfectly fine thing. Women have breasts. Breasts are beautiful. Get over it. They are shocked at how freaked out we get, like with Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl. Oh, her nipple was exposed for 96.2 seconds and boom, covered back up again. And everybody lost their minds because children were watching. Like a child's never seen a nipple before. Any child who's breastfed knows what a nipple is. Come on. It's food. It's a food group. So the nipple thing is fine. But there were some other comments made. And some of them, it was kind of even Steven, like I am. I'm on the fence about this whole topic because I do think that both young girls and boys should be taught how to dress appropriately for certain places. In other words, you don't wear a mini skirt and a tube top to school because you're not going to school to dance or party or whatever. You don't wear your bikini to school or your bathing suit to school because you're not going there to swim. You're going there to learn. So I think what children need to learn is what adults learn. What is proper work attire for an adult? Well, the same has to be said for school attire. Most of us wouldn't wear what we wear at the beach to work. And if we did, we'd probably get in trouble for it. We wouldn't wear what we're going to wear out to a nightclub or a cocktail party to work. Same thing applies to school. You wouldn't wear your prom dress to school on a Tuesday afternoon or a Tuesday day to go to school. But there's something else that's so important. And I know I'm going to get some backlash for this because, again, I'm not judging anybody individually, okay? I'm going from what I personally have experienced from the time I was a young child. I've told you very honestly that when I was 10 years old, I weighed 130 pounds. That is obesity. But they didn't call it that back then. And because of my family, my mother, my grandmother who were raising me, they said I was normal. But I wasn't normal at all. And the kids at school were happy to let me know that every single day. The kids at Sunday school, happy to remind me every day that I was a fat pig, a beached whale. They had no problem letting me know. But when I came home and said, I'd really like to lose some weight, I'm fat. Oh, no. No, that's in your DNA. You're Greek. You're going to be fat. There's nothing you can do about it. They lied. Now, to start, again, to preface this show a little bit more, because I don't want anyone to think that I am body shaming anybody or even parent shaming. But what happens is the first people we learn how to appropriately dress is from our parents. They are the ones who buy our clothes. They are the ones who dress us or suggest what we wear. And when the parents believe, especially in today's age, where there's all this political correctness, where anybody of any body type can wear anything, and God help you if you say a word about it. 300-pound women in bikinis on magazine covers. Now again, There are no healthy, obese people. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about chunky people or pleasantly plump people. I'm talking about these obese women who are going on magazine covers saying how proud they are of their bodies when their bodies are a ticking time bomb. And you can disagree with me all you want. But I have personal knowledge of overweight people. And I have had enough viewers write into me saying they had to lose weight or they were going to die, that I understand obesity causes health issues. There is no such thing as a healthy, obese person. And let's remember, I'm talking about obese. So here's the point. I know what I'm talking about because I have suffered my entire life with weight issues. I have an illness that I have been very open about. I've been open about the fact that I was bulimic, purging and binging and purging for 20 years because of the way I was raised and the way that food was presented and the way that weight loss was discouraged in my household. Fat was normal. My grandmother wasn't going to change the way she cooked or teach me proper portion sizes or even allow me to go out of the house to get some exercise. I was not allowed to leave the house unless my mother was home, and my mother worked full time because my grandmother was paranoid. She didn't want me out of her sight. So what I did as a child was I sat in the house, I watched TV, and I ate bad food. A typical snack for 11-year-old Paula was a slice of cheesecake, 4 chocolate chip cookies, and a whole handful, as many as I wanted, of potato chips. That was my snack 3 hours before dinner. There was always dessert after dinner. Puddings or ice cream. Healthy food did not exist in my house. My grandmother fried everything. Or there was pastas with brown butter sauce all over it. Healthy food didn't exist. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, I have another illness that I haven't really talked about that much. It's called body dysmorphic disorder. And it comes from the fact that as a child and a teen, and even as an adult, I was tortured because of my weight. So when I look in the mirror, even today, okay, I don't see my real body. I see that fat little 12-year-old, 11-year-old. And it is only by some weird thing that if I see a picture of myself, I actually see what other people see. You will look at me and say, oh my God, you are so thin. And I will look in the mirror and say, oh my God, I am so fat. And then I will immediately say, I'll take a selfie, or I'll say, Jason, take a picture of me right now. And I'll look at the picture and I'll say, oh my God, I'm thin. But that's the only way I can actually see what my body really looks like. And that's all because of the fact that the people who were in charge of teaching me how to properly eat did a really shitty job at it. They didn't teach me the right way to do it. And they kept telling me that my obese body was normal and there was nothing I could do about it, so get over it. That's what turned me to bulimia. And it is what caused my body dysmorphic disorder that I'm lucky I don't suffer from the bulimia anymore because I refuse to harm myself to be thin. But I still don't see the real me in the mirror. And that's really kind of scary. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I look so fat, and thank God for my husband because he will say to me, you look amazing. There is no fat on you. You don't look fat. I'm like, well, take a picture. And then I'm like, you're right. I look fine. That is what happens when you're not honest with your children. This is what the show is actually about today. When I was 11, all I wanted was to wear a bikini to the beach and to the swimming pool. And my mom, again, because she thought there was nothing wrong with me, found a bikini that fit my obese 11-year-old body. And I went to the pool all proud and oh my. Now, while I didn't hear any comments from the other kids, I was blessed when I was a child to have a wonderful older cousin. She's an adult. And she pulled me aside and she said, Paula, sweetheart, I love you so much. But that bathing suit is not flattering on you. You would look so much nicer in a nice one-piece bathing suit. Now you would think, oh my God, she hurt your feelings. But she didn't hurt my feelings because I kind of knew that my bikini body didn't look the way my friends' bikini bodies did. I knew I didn't belong in that bathing suit. But I had my mom saying, you look awesome. Many times I get questions from viewers saying, if you had a daughter, what would you say to her about this? How would you deal with this? And yes, I've never been a mother to a daughter, but I've been a daughter with a mother. And I will say that my mother, God bless her, God rest her soul, she made a lot of mistakes. And this was the big one because this mistake on how I was taught to eat, to think about food, and the fact that I was told that being fat and obese was normal, that affected me for the rest of my life. It has been a lifelong struggle because I was lied to. And the biggest lie I was told was that there was absolutely nothing I could do. I was going to be fat the rest of my life, just like my grandmother and my mother. Well, many of you have seen my photos. You know I am not overweight at all. I'm a very normal weight. And that is because I had some support finally. My husband is my biggest support system. He reminds me every single day that I will never allow myself to become obese like my mother was. If I gain a couple of pounds, my husband says, you know what, baby? Don't worry about it. You're going to lose it again. You know what to do the healthy way. And I love you no matter what. You look great. He tells me the truth. And this is what we need to do with our children. You don't need to beat your children down. You never call your children a fat cow or a beached whale like the kids at school do. And believe me, your child, if they're overweight, they're getting called names at school. They may not be telling you about it because they're ashamed. I didn't come home and tell my mom what the kids at school called me. I was embarrassed. Not to mention the fact that she would say, oh, they're just jealous. You're normal. That was their answer for everything. You're completely normal. They're the problem. No, see, my obesity was the problem. My weight was the problem. It wasn't the kids at school. But you can, as parents, lovingly talk to your children. If your child wants to wear something that is inappropriate for their body type, there's a great conversation you can have. It's a great conversation starter and it could save their lives. All you have to do is say, you know what? Why don't we pick this bathing suit this summer? And over the summer, we're going to work on some nutritional foods, some changes in our eating habits where the whole family's going to do it together. We're going to go out and walk more instead of sitting in the house watching TV or playing video games. And next summer, we'll get you that bikini because it's going to look so much better on you. You're going to feel more comfortable in it. That's the conversation more parents should have. It's a great way to lovingly explain to a young girl that not everybody has a bikini body. Believe me, I have a neighbor at the Bay. I am so envious of her. She is not only tall and thin, not an ounce of fat on her, but she works at it. She works hard at it. She's always running, exercising, doing yoga. She's earned her bikini body. And the bottom line is, I look okay in a bikini, but I'm never going to look like her. And the reason I'm never going to look like her is because she's 5 inches taller than I am. And when you're tall, everything stretches. So I understand that. I'm not telling you to tell your kids they need to look like anybody else. But I think it's important that you're honest with your children. If your C-cup daughter tries to go out of the house without a bra and you don't think she looks appropriate, it's your duty as her parent to step in before the school does it. It's not the school's job to be the fashion police. I totally disagree with what the Bradenton school did. Plus, this young girl is very small and tiny, and I don't think that should have been an issue because one boy made a joke. But if you see your child, son or daughter, walking out the house looking ridiculous, it's your job as parents to tell them. But to do it with love and to say, look, excuse me, if you want to wear this outfit and look good in it, I'll help you do that the healthy way. I'll help you. Or you can get something that is more appropriate for your body type. And I'm not talking age here. I'm 53 years old and I rock a miniskirt. And I know some people make fun of me behind my back and say, oh, who does she think she is? She's like 50-something years old wearing teeny clothes, teeny bopper clothes. Oh, I don't care about that. I say you have the body for it. It fits. It looks good. Rock it. I'm talking about body type, and I have been guilty of this. The first year that we had our house at the Bay, I saw pictures of myself in a bikini, and believe me, it wasn't the body dysmorphic. I had no business wearing a bikini that year because my stomach entered the beach, entered the water before I did. I did not look good in that bikini. Nobody told me. And of course, I wouldn't want someone saying, you know, you look like a fat cow in that bikini. But maybe my husband, and he would do this today, by the way. He would do it now because we've had a lot of good discussions, especially since I started doing the show. And he knows how important it is. He knows how much I've suffered because of my weight and the way it was ignored at a time when I could have learned healthy eating habits. And so we talk now. So my husband would say to me, you know what, honey? You look good. You're beautiful. The bathing suit, it's not looking that good on you. Maybe put the other one on. That one looks better. You look great in that one. It's these little things, these little honest, constructive criticism that make all the difference in our lives. I love my cousin Mary, who had the balls to come up to me and say, you know what, sweetheart? I know you're 11, and I know you really want to wear a bikini, but it just doesn't look good. You would look so much better in a nice one piece. And by the way, if you ever need help losing weight, I'll help you. And she and I actually did Weight Watchers together when I was 13. And it is sad that if only my grandmother had participated and cooked me the healthy meals instead of fighting me every step of the way, I probably would have never become bulimic or body dysmorphic or struggled with my weight my entire life. I have told you many times that it took me until I was 30 years old to learn what a healthy portion looks like on a plate. 30 years old. That's a shame. And parents out there, please, it's not about how your children look. You want them to be proud of who they are no matter what they look like. But you also want them to be healthy. And you also want them, when they leave your house and go out in public and meet strangers, you want them to look respectable. You want them to look appropriate. Because you never want to put your child in a position where they are opened up to ridicule. Because believe me, they're going to get it. We might be in 2018 now and PC and there's fat women all over the world on magazines and on hot TV shows and winning awards. But at the end of the day, kids are kids, and kids are cruel. They will pick anything out, and they will torture your child. And it is your job as parents to train and teach your child, and to do at the end of the day what is best for them, emotionally and physically. And more than ever, make sure they're healthy so that they don't end up 25 years from now doing a show like I'm doing right now about my mom and grandma, saying how you never taught them how to eat properly, how to dress properly, that you sentenced them to a lifetime of struggle with their weight and their body image. Political Paula, out.